5 traits that will determine how you communicate with people. This is me, like a few years ago. I like to think that I'm the same person. Anyway, these are the 5 traits that determine how you interact with people. Curiosity, thinking, empathetic slash direct, empathic, anyway, that word, risk, result slash plan. Before I start explaining what I mean by each one, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of the PowerPoint template. So, who knows this robot?
Star Wars?
No. It's a true robot.
Mars or something.
It's Curiosity, right. Basically, NASA created this robot, car-sized robot, to go to Mars and discover what's in Mars. So, after 15 years of jihad in knowledge, this robot died in February 2019. So, curiosity, how's that related? Some of you might not like to know a lot about the robot, and some of you want to know more. So knowing how much a person wants to know about what you're talking about will determine how you interact with them. And that's trait number 1. So, the next. Brains. Basically, everyone thinks. Everyone thinks in a different way. A lot of the time, people takes a different amount of time to think about each thing. And that's the next trait, thinking. People need time to think about what you said or the idea that you offered to them. So you should give them that time. Some people don't need a lot of time, but others need a while. So if you didn't give them that time, you probably will suffer. Next, emotions vs. minds, logic and feelings. Probably they interact a lot to decide what we think. Right? Right? Come on. Right? Okay, so based on this, some people like to know why you like something. Who are you? And others want to just know what you want. Like sometimes I go ask someone something and I try to smooth the talk. Oh, my dear brother, I'm really suffering in college. Could you lend me 100 riyals? I really need it. And sometimes he says, what do you want? Do you want money? So it depends. Some people like to smooth talk. Some people just like direct. Risk. Who knows this game?
Invade the world.
Invade the world. Basically, you have soldiers to invade the world. And these soldiers, it's a strategic game. So some people play it risky and risk all their soldiers. And others play it strategically. Think about how they will win slowly but surely. So this is the next trait, which is risk. Some people like things that doesn't complicate their relationships with others, doesn't complicate their life. And others like to risk, like to action and try new things. So knowing how a person likes to interact with others in this trait will determine how you communicate with them. Next, what do you think of this picture, guys? Come on, anyone?
One's easy, one's really hard.
Okay. Another one?
Dreams are hard.
Dreams are the hardest. Okay, basically this is usually when we put a plan and we don't know how to, or a lot about what we want to achieve. We will just draw a straight line step by step without knowing actually how things work. But then when we try to do it, it will be something like this. We'll jump, try airplanes to achieve our goal, which leads me to my next trait, results and plan. Some people want to know how you achieved something, what the actions you took to achieve that thing, the plan you took. Others are just interested in the results, what you achieved in the end. So knowing which one the person likes to interact with will determine how you say your story. Do you focus on the results or do you focus on the steps? These are the 5 traits. The awesome words are knowing how each person interacts in these traits will determine how you communicate with them. So try to know them. More awesome words. Each person will interact differently based on the topic and the situations. So the same person might interact differently based on which person is saying the same thing. So, for example, if I said something to Nizar and Muhammad said something to Nizar, it might be in the same thing, but since it comes from me, it will be different since it comes from Muhammad. So knowing that it depends on the situation will determine how you interact with each person. And in the end, thank you.